Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will study about the glucose metabolism, and today we will study two topics, that is digestion of carbohydrates and absorption of carbohydrate. So let's start with the first topic, digestion of carbohydrates. So digestion of carbohydrates start itself from the mouth. So first of all, digestion start from the mouth, and in the mouth the enzyme is salivary amylase. Then in the stomach there is no significant digestion of carbohydrate in stomach. Then the food reaches the intestine. In the intestine, the food is acted by the pancreatic amylase, which is released by the pancreas. So pancreatic amylase or alpha amylase, which is released by the pancreas, and this alpha amylase act on the alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkage, which is present in the carbohydrate, and it will form the sucrose, maltose, isomaltose, lactose, and other branch oligosaccharides. And then from the intestinal brush border there is secretion of specific digestive enzyme, that is maltase, isomaltase, lactase, sucrase. So here these enzymes, like for example maltose is a disaccharide which is made up of glucose and glucose. So on maltase enzyme will act and form the glucose plus glucose. On lactose it will form glucose and galactose. It will act on sucrose and it will form glucose and fructose. For lactose it will be lactase. For sucrose it will be sucrase, and it lead to the generation of these monosaccharides. Now these monosaccharides are easily absorbed. So this is all about the digestion of the carbohydrate. Next we will deal with the absorption of the carbohydrate. As we know that absorption of the carbohydrate or the glucose requires the specific glucose transporter. Here we will discuss some important glucose transporter, and a full list is given in your book. So today in this video we will only study about the important glucose transporter, which is important and come in the exams or MCQs. So let's start. First of all, we'll start with the sodium dependent glucose transporter 1, that is sGLUT1. It is sodium dependent glucose transporter. Why we call it sodium dependent? Because when the glucose is absorbed, it is taken along with the sodium. It is present in the intestine, and it absorbs the glucose by the co-transport. Now what is co-transport? Co-transport means when sodium is absorbed, along with the sodium, glucose is also absorbed. So which mechanism is used in the sGLUT1 mechanism? By co-transport. So what is co-transport? For example, if this is a cell and where the glucose has to be absorbed, and this is the intestine, so here the sGLUT1 is present. From here, if the sodium and glucose are absorbed, both are absorbed co-transport, and when here glucose and sodium will reach, the sodium is again pumped actively out, and glucose is further absorbed in the bloodstream. Second, when the sodium is pumped again, so energy is utilized. So here we can say that indirect energy is utilized, indirect use of energy. Second, we will discuss about the SGLUT2. SGLUT2 same mechanism is used, but it is present in the kidney, and here we will have the one of the clinical condition that is known as renal glycosuria. That is, if it is congenital, then there may be defect in SGLUT2. Third is GLUT2 transporter. GLUT2 transporter, first of all, where it is present? It is present in the intestine, it is present in the liver, and it is also present in the beta cells of pancreas. And how it works? So glucose transporter, it have this pocket like, so GLUT2 has the pocket like binding site for the glucose. Here the glucose bind, and then here the conformational change occur, and this site reverts, and the glucose is released. This is also called as the ping pong mechanism. By ping pong mechanism, glucose is absorbed. And fourth is GLUT4. GLUT4 is the major glucose transporter in the sites. The important things are here. The sites is cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle, and adipose tissue. And most important thing about the GLUT4 is that it is only transporter which is insulin dependent, and other transporter are not insulin dependent. And for the MCQ point of view, GLUT5 absorb fructose. You can remember that fructose is absorbed by the GLUT5. So today we'll study these two topics only, and in the next session we will study the further topics, that is glycolysis and glycogen metabolism in the biochemistry. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share with your friends and comment and suggest what changes I can do in my videos. Thank you.